Recording. Season 2 of Rocco on the Rocks. Action. Cue the music. What's up, Rockstars? Welcome back to another episode of Rocco on the Rocks. On today's episode, I am joined by my Uncle Santo, the owner of Enza's restaurant.
Nice to be here.
No, it's an honor to have you on the show. I'm really excited.
Thank you very much. I welcome this opportunity to introduce myself.
Yeah.
And I appreciate Rocco, doing this with us together. We're having an espresso here.
Yeah, on our Scrump or Dump menu today, we will be having a Caffè Corretto, which is espresso and a shot of Sambuca.
Hey, can't beat that.
No, you can't beat that.
That's the Italian way.
Yeah, right? It's good.
Yeah, so we drink an Amore Sambuca, which goes good with everything.
Yeah.
And I like to, tell my story.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that. We'll talk about the restaurant. We'll talk about you coming here and starting it all, and where we are today.
Gonna have our coffee.
Yeah. We'll start it off. Okay, now, what do we do first? Do we take the shot first, or do you want to drink the espresso first? Like, what do you prefer?
Well, let's drink the little. I'd rather have some in here.
Oh, put it in your coffee.
And then I put some in the glass.
Oh, sure. Yeah. However you like to do it.
This stuff is, we call it medicine. And we have a medicine night among our family with the Rocco's family and my family and my brother-in-law, Jerry and Maria. Mm-hmm. We call it medicine Monday.
Yeah.
And, we get together, talk about every little thing that happens, keeps us close together.
Exactly. Happens throughout the week.
Right.
And everything. I know. I love, your Medagina Mondays.
Yeah. And how about we drink it out?
Yeah. What are we doing first?
Yeah.
This? All right.
God
Cheers.
bless.
God bless. Scrump or Dump.
Yeah. Okay. It's potent.
Yeah, it's definitely something. I mean, I've had it before. Like one shot of it is good. It is sweet. But yeah,
it gets you going.
It does get you going. Do you think it's a Scrump or a Dump?
I think it's a dump.
Oh, you think it's a Dump? You don't like it?
I mean, I don't like it on an empty stomach. I like it after a meal. Mm-hmm. It's real good.
Yeah.
Especially when you put it in the espresso with a couple of coffee beans.
Yeah.
Then your meal is set,
Yeah, but it's usually an after-dinner drink.
Yes, it is. I mean, you don't get up and drink that in the morning.
No.
Otherwise, your head would be spinning all day long.
Yeah, that's for sure. For sure. All right, we had our shot. Now let's dive in. So, Uncle Santo, tell me, what is the story behind Enza's restaurant?
Well, the story behind Enza's goes back to 10 years before, of maybe 15 years before. When I came from Italy, I got a job in a pizzeria, Passaic, New Jersey. I was going to school and working at the pizzeria after school. So, you learn the trade a little bit. Then I got a better job at Michelle's restaurant in Garfield. Worked there for 10 years. And I remember riding my bike from Passaic to Garfield, my bicycle,
Right.
Before I even got my license. And, my uncle was a chef there, so he got me the job. Before you know, I worked there 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So, after 10 years, you haven't, you think you got enough and you want to go on to better things,
Yeah.
So I received a phone call from somebody I knew that this place was for sale. So I came to look at it. I wasn't too happy. It was kind of depressing leaving your job for 10 years.
Right, when you've already made all your friends and everything.
Yeah, you got your friends there. It's like a family. You know what you're doing every day, I came here and I looked at it. I told my dad, I says, let's just dive in and, So
you and your father opened up Enza's?
well, my father put the money up for me because my father was disabled, so he wasn't able to work. So I says, my dad said to me, if you're happy, let's do it. I'll give you the money, whatever you want to do. So from there, started cooking. People started liking the food. And before you knew, there was a line outside. Like 10, 15, 20 people waiting to come in.
That's good.
Yes. And the story is that every year got better and better and better. And I kept it in the family. So, and finally, me and my wife got engaged, which first I asked my wife, Franca, that I met here. We got engaged. And a year later, we got married. And from there, we created 2 beautiful kids. And, time goes by so quick that you don't know where it went.
Yeah, that's
true. I
wish
I could have those years back.
Yeah.
Because, you can't replace those years unless, you keep it in your heart and the memories.
Right.
So that's the story of Enza's. The name came from my mom. Her name was Vincenza. Unfortunately, she passed away before I opened it, so I named it after her.
Oh, that's very nice.
And brought me nothing but luck.
Yeah.
Good luck all around. Everything I touched, it turned to gold.
That's good.
Yes.
That's really good.
Yes.
No, it's a wonderful place. Obviously, I love it here very much.
It's well known in town, well known out of town. People ask where's Enza, and everybody says, the first thing they say is they got good food over there.
Yeah, that's true.
And we still keep it going. Whatever happens in the future, we don't know. But
that's true.
At this time, we take it day by day.
Yeah, definitely.
I like what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I put out a good product,
Yeah.
So.
You're proud of your work?
Yes, I'm very proud of my work. I do all my preparation. I have my brother-in-law, Rocco. He helps
my father.
Me out.
Yeah.
That's Rocco's father. And, we've been close since we met. That's my wife's brother. Then I have another brother-in-law. His name is Jerry. I got my sister-in-law, Maria. My sister-in-law, Leah, which is Rocco's mom. And then I have 3 sisters here.
Yeah.
Rosie, Vinny, and Connie. And my 2 kids, Vincenza and Joseph.
Yeah.
Joseph has got 3 kids, my grandkids. His wife's name is Christina. That's my life. My life, it's all about the restaurant.
Yeah, that's awesome. So when did you obviously immigrated here from Italy.
Yes, I immigrated
so when did you come here?
I came here. I arrived here by ship, Leonardo da Vinci. We arrived in New York.
Oh, really? No one was on the Michelangelo. Fun fact.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, when we arrived in New York, the Michelangelo was going back to Italy.
Oh, no way.
So they blew the horn at each other. And to tell you the truth, I got the chills.
Really?
Because, for me, it was all new. I never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
2 massive ships saluting each other.
Mm.
And we're going into the seaport, and Michelangelo's going back to Italy.
Yeah.
It was emotional.
Yeah.
For me. And I never forget those days. We arrived there on September 8th, 1967.
Wow.
Yes. And then we went to live with my grandmother because she sponsored us. She called for us to come here. And, from there, we got our own apartment, and slowly we bought our own house. I went to school a couple of years, learned the language, and that's how it all started.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
When you came here from Italy, where did you stay?
We lived in Passaic.
Passaic? Okay.
Yeah, we lived in Passaic. My father and my mother lived in Passaic, until the end.
Right.
I moved out of Passaic when I got married in 1982. Mm. From 67 to 82, I lived in Passaic.
Got it.
So.
How old were you when you came here?
I was 14.
Oh, okay. So you were a little older.
Yeah. So I went to school at least for a couple of years till I turned 16.
Yeah.
And I was worrying about working.
Right.
Plus, I knew the language a little bit already. So I says, you know what? I'd rather make money. Mm. I'm not looking for being a doctor or anything like that. So,
right.
And it worked out good for me. Life was good to me.
No, that's good.
I surrounded myself with good people. Then the best thing that happened to me, my wife, her family. Her mother was such a, good lady to me. She was such a good mother-in-law. She replaced like my mother because I lost my mother early. And then her name happened to be the same name as my mother.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had that in common. Plus, she loved me like a son.
Did Nona Vincenza ever come to the restaurant?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
She used to bring my kids here.
Oh.
In the stroller. She had Vincenzo in the stroller, and Joey used to walk, and she would go, in the back and watch us cook and everything. The kids used to run around all over the kitchen. My kids grew up here. I remember bringing them here sometimes because they wouldn't want to go with the babysitter. They wanted to stay with me.
Yeah.
So I had to cook and watch them too.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard. It was hard, but I did it for the love of the kids.
Yeah.
So that's what parents do.
That is true. That is what parents do. Yeah.
Your kids.
I know. I remember I would come with my dad and sit in the corner while he would make like all the food and the pizzas and stuff.
You remember.
And eat the cheese out of the cup.
Right. Like all my wife's family's kids, they all kind of grew up with us. My other nephews, Joe and Jerry, they grew up in our house too because their parents worked.
Right.
And my mother-in-law raised everybody: Christina, Rocco, Jerry, Joseph, Vincenzo, my daughter, Joseph, my son.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she wasn't able to grow up to raise my grandkids because she left us very soon.
Yeah.
And she's still been missed, We miss her very much.
Yeah, that we do.
So she was a wonderful lady.
When you were in Italy for your 14 years, did you know that you wanted to be a chef, or you didn't realize that until you started working in the pizzeria?
Well, when I was in Italy, I remember getting a job in a bakery.
Oh.
I was 14 years old. No, I'm sorry, 10 years old. I used to deliver bread to people's house. And sometimes I would help make bread. So I always wanted to be involved with food.
Yeah.
So when you're involved with food, you got to start from the bottom.
You do. Yeah.
You don't just open the door and start cooking. I remember when I worked in the restaurant, I make pizza boxes. I cooked mussels, steamed mussels, wash dishes, whatever. So you do what you got to do. And then it's up to you to learn.
Right.
You learn and you keep it, you save it in your mind and you use it for an experience. An experience like that, there's no money that you could buy.
Right. No, that's true.
So that's the best experience to me. It doesn't work for everybody, but it worked for me.
That's great. When you opened Enza's, how did you figure out your menu? Obviously, you worked at a pizzeria beforehand and stuff.
Some of the recipe I had it from where I worked before, maybe 10, 15 recipes I took with me, because over there I was able to do what I wanted to do because my boss trusted me. So I was able to create dishes on my own, and then he gave me his approval, and we'll be able to make them. And then when I came here, I was still able to do what I wanted to do. And I created my own dishes.
Oh,
nice. When you cook, you got to have knowledge, put
you have to have fun with it too.
Yeah, you got to have fun with it. You don't make it like it's your living right away. At first, you have fun with it. And we'll see where it goes.
That's awesome. In Italy, were there any dishes that are on your menu now that you took from, your hometown to here, or no?
Well, from my hometown, I made the soup that we used to make in my hometown. That would be the minestrone soup. Then we make the pasta with potato. It's called pasta e patate. And we used to make fettuccine carbonara, which that's very famous in Italy. Everybody in Italy eats that. Even in America, people love it.
That's what we'll be making later.
Yes, we'll be making fettuccine carbonara. You make dishes from all over the world if you get a chance.
Yeah.
That's one good thing about America. Whatever you're making, it's good. People eat it.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. Yeah.
People love Italian food.
Yeah.
I think Italian food is the #1 food in America
I agree.
that people go for.
But my favorite dish from you, which is chicken parm, actually isn't even.
You eat
It's
the chicken
American.
parm
I know.
in Italy. It's not even heard of.
I know.
You
That's
know?
the craziest part.
Yeah. I mean, you ask for chicken parm in Italy, they think you're crazy. That's something that was created here.
Mm-hmm.
And, Italian people love it. American
they come
people
here.
love it. Yeah. I sell over here a lot of chicken parms.
It's my favorite thing on your menu.
A veal parmigiana that was established in America too, you know?
Yeah, I wonder how that even came to be. You know what I mean?
Well, in Italy, the veal Milanese. It's famous in Italy. They originated in Milan.
Mm.
It's called Milanese. It's a bread of veal cutlet, and they call it veal Milanese. That's very famous in Italy. And over here, the veal parmigiano, somehow somebody came with the idea to put sauce on top with mozzarella.
Mm.
And, everybody loves it. It works. Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
You give a nice side of spaghetti with that. Spaghetti made to order. You can't beat that.
No, you can't. That's why it's my favorite.
Everybody loves it. Veal parm, Rocco. He's been eating chicken parm since he was a kid.
I know. I don't think I've had maybe one or two other things off of your menu, but honestly, I always just get chicken parm.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to be cooking some chicken parm for you.
Ah, thanks so much.
You can take it home and have it with your family.
Oh, that'd be great.
And I'm going to add some shrimp parm with that too. That's another Italian dish that it's not known in Italy.
You're the best.
Yes.
Your menu is full course appetizers, as well as entrees.
Entrees. So we have desserts. So we make my own cheesecake. It's made with ricotta that people love it. We have cannolis. We have make my own cannoli cream. We have tartufo, tortoni, spumoni, tiramisu. We have all that. We have a full dessert menu. We have espresso. We have cappuccino, regular coffee, tea.
Yeah.
Everything you like.
No, that's great. My favorite is the tartufo. It's the best.
Yeah, tartufo, people love it.
Yeah.
Tartufo and cheesecake is very big here.
And you make the cheesecake yourself, you
said?
Yeah,
the cheesecake I make. I also make cheesecakes to go. Personal cheesecake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for the holidays, people want to order like Easter, Christmas. People order personal cheesecake. Give me a day in advance, and I make it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I do.
That's very nice. And what's your it's just a plain cheesecake?
My cheesecake is ricotta, sugar, and egg.
Oh, great.
You bake it, then you put cinnamon on top, and
call it a day.
You let it rest for a day, and then you serve it.
Oh, nice.
And people love it because it's so moist. It's not so heavy. So that's my famous cheesecake. A lot of people call you. They say, "Do you have any of your famous cheesecake?" And they buy it by the pieces,
Yeah, very nice. And also on your menu, but you don't have that you could dine in for, is pizza. But that's takeout only.
No, the pizza's only for takeout because sometimes, the kitchen is not that big. So we're not established to make pizza for the dining room because that would interfere with the rest of my food.
Right.
So, but if the people eat and they want to take a pizza home, we're glad to make it for them.
Yeah. Was there ever a point where you wanted to have a pizzeria too? Or do you like that it's kind of separate?
No, you have to separate yourself. You got to make one thing or the other.
Okay, yeah.
Unless you have the, opportunity to have a bigger place where you'll do the front the pizzeria and the back restaurants, where a lot of places do that. But my place is set up mostly for a restaurant.
Yeah, and how many, obviously we're sitting at a table right now, but how many tables do you have?
We sit 40 people comfortable.
Yeah.
It's bring your own, whatever you like. Bring beer, bring wine, bring your drinks, whatever you prefer to drink. That's on you.
That is on you.
I have a license for that. If people bring their own wine.
Oh, you need a license for BYOB?
Yes, it's for the food and drinks license that you have to renew every year.
Yeah.
It's like a safety thing. That you're not responsible, that you didn't sell the liquor. People bring their own.
Yeah.
You still need a permit for that.
No, it's nice. I love a BYOB.
Yeah. there's not too many places left like that, but I'm still the original. And we've been here 46 years, going on 47 years.
What year did you open?
1978.
Wow. Did my dad start then too? Or when did my dad start?
Your dad started, it was around the 80s,
Oh.
early 80s, mid 80s. Yeah, he started, you know, I got married in 1982. Rocco was working, you were Packer then, he was busy. Then I guess the conversation came up if he wanted to help me out. And he's been with me ever since.
Yeah,
We became
right
like
hand.
brothers.
Yeah.
He's my right-hand man. I mean, I don't have a brother, so I consider myself, my brother-in-law's my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, I get along with everybody. Everybody loves me. Everybody, you know, I come in the dining room, I say hello to everybody. People sometimes they clap, you know. This is one big happy family here.
That for sure is. It definitely is. I also used to work here for a little bit.
Yeah, Rocco, you worked there. You worked in the dining room, so you know what it's like.
Yeah.
And your sister worked there.
Mm-hmm.
So the only one that didn't work here was your mom.
Yeah, no, my mom hasn't gotten the chance
I was
yet.
trying to get her in here, but she was too busy.
Definitely has her hands full for sure. But I'm sure my mom, if she had the opportunity, she would love
she
it.
offered to help her many times. When she came in, I was busy. My other two in-laws, Marie and Jerry, when they came here, they always try to help me if I was busy and if I was alone.
Mm-hmm.
I remember during COVID, we used to do just takeouts. And sometimes Marie and Jerry would come and they would help in the dining room or help me with the telephone.
Yeah.
You know, we all love each other, so we help each other.
Yeah.
And things like that you don't forget.
No, you definitely don't.
And the years that you worked there was a lot of fun for me.
Oh, thanks.
So I'm sure it was an experience for you.
Yeah, it definitely was. It was probably like my first job, I think.
Yeah,
or like
it was your first job.
Yeah. Taught me a lot.
Yeah.
I was just the busboy, but I still did what I had to do.
Well, at least you know if you go get a job, at least you know what to do. If you want to become a waiter part-time, you know, at least you know what to do. I believe in you know, you work and you learn. You never know what life is going to bring you.
Yeah, well, you were very right with that.
You know, you can always be a waiter, you can always be a cook, you can always be a dishwasher, whatever.
Has there ever been that you could remember like one particular day that was like really packed and crazy and like
many times. Yeah. Many times I used to send somebody outside to peek through the door to see how many people were waiting. And they would say to me, "Oh my God, you got 20 people waiting." I'm like, but when you're young, you got a lot of energy. You know, you keep going. But unfortunately, you know, things change. Economy changes. People change. People pass away. You know, you got to always make a new customer in this business. Yeah. You know, then you have other restaurants in town. Hawthorne is loaded with restaurants. So people like to go all over. Yeah. But I'm still established here. So what I do now, it's enough to keep me out of the house.
Yeah, that is good. Yes. That's good. And you also offer specials.
I do offer specials. I have one particular dish in the menu that's called Santo Special. It's a via scallopini masala over eggplant with prosciutto and mozzarella. People love that. Yeah. Then we also do shrimp Mediterranean that my brother-in-law Rocco likes to make here. That's his dish to make. We have shrimp scampi, and we serve it over escarole. And some people want pasta too, fettuccine, whatever, rigatoni. We have many specials. I have a big menu, lots of veal. I specialize in veal. I butcher my own veal, and people love it. People know exactly what they want to eat when they come here.
That's great.
Yeah, the veal is a big dish here. Veal, shrimp, calamari, everything. Rocco, your mother likes to eat the shrimp. She likes the shrimp Mediterranean.
She does like the shrimp Mediterranean, yeah.
So I leave that up to Rocco to make those dishes because he works by the oven and all the bacon stuff he does. He makes all the pizzas.
And then you work on the stove.
I work on the stove. I do the veals, spaghetti, side orders. You know, I do all that.
What's your favorite dish off your menu? I mean, obviously, there's the Santo Special, but besides that.
I'm a pasta eater. I like pasta. My favorite dish is rigatoni carbonara. Some people prefer fettuccine, which is it's okay.
Yeah.
Carbonara, you can make anything you want. You can make linguine, penne, rigatoni, fettuccine, whatever you like. That goes good with everything. That's a dish that's made with onions. It's made egg, cheese, and prosciutto. Then you mix the pasta and you serve it hot. And it's delicious.
It sounds delicious.
It does.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm excited to try it because I've
never had that.
No, I told you I only have ever had your chicken parm and
okay. Well,
spaghetti
today
with
you're
meat
going to eat
sauce.
something different.
Today will
maybe
be the
next
day
time
I
you
meet
call me, you say, Uncle Santo, I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to order something off the menu.
You know, sometimes I do think about doing that, but then I just come here and I know what I like. So why,
Yeah, why change?
Why change?
Well, that's the problem with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sometimes somebody surprises you and say, oh, I'm not going to have that today. Oh, my God. Yeah, I want to change something different.
Do you know, are there certain customers that they come and their order?
Of course. I know exactly what they want.
Yeah, it shows it's more like you're saying the family here.
Some people like to eat a hot antipasto in the beginning for appetizer, so I know already to put one in the oven. And I know exactly what they want. So why give them a menu?
It's true. Why give them a menu?
During the day, I work by myself. I cook, I prepare, I do the dishes. I'm a waiter too.
You do it all.
I do it all. I'm a one-man gang over here.
Until 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock, then I got a few people come in to give me a hand of a couple of hours.
What time do you open for lunch? 12?
12 o'clock. If I have to step out, I put a sign outside, be back in 10 minutes. People know where the hell I am already. I'm probably running around, either running home or going to the store that I need something. But I do work alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is fun. I don't have to listen to anybody, chewing my ears off.
For the beginning of the day. Yeah, no,
right.
It is nice.
I know what I got to do. I'm I just come in. I know exactly what to focus on. Yeah. And I want no distraction.
No, definitely not.
Somebody comes in to say hello, I'll offer them coffee, but then,
Gotta go.
Give them 15, 20 minutes. Time for me to go to work. Because then if I fall behind, I'm going to be playing catching up all day.
No, I totally get that.
So, restaurant life is not easy.
It definitely isn't. What is your typical prep day like?
My prep day, it's Tuesday, it's the worst day for me because you have to start fresh with everything. You got to do your vegetables, you got to do your meats, you got to do your sauce, you got to do everything. Then the fish delivery comes in, you got to take care of that. Tuesday is a long day.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get a table, you got to drop everything.
To serve, yeah.
To serve the people, which... But I can always work a little late at night and catch up on my work.
Which is good.
Yeah, that's what I do. Because at night when I close, I don't have to worry about answering the phone. I'll do an hour work. You'd be surprised what you could do with an hour.
Yeah, that's true. Do you make your sauce homemade?
Yes, I make my sauce homemade. I was going to make some sauce today too. I make my marinara homemade. I make my meat sauce homemade, which my meat sauce has celery, onions, carrots, beef and veal. I roast everything in the oven. And I cook my tomatoes on the side, plum tomatoes. So then I add, when the meat is nice and roasted with everything, I put it together with the sauce and let it cook a couple of more hours extra. And then, you put it to the machine and you make it fine. And that's called the bolognese. So that's what's be served on top of the spaghetti meatballs, served on the veal parm, the chicken parm. Meat sauce goes with everything.
That's the best sauce.
That's
my
the best
favorite
sauce. I have people that come here and they buy it.
Yeah,
because no matter how much they try to make it, it's not going to come out like mine.
No, that is very true. You got that special touch.
I got that special touch. People say, oh, what are you putting in the meat sauce? I give them the recipe and then they come back and say, oh, it's not as good as yours. I says, well, it takes a lot of experience.
Yeah, that's true.
So in the marinara, it's I ground my tomatoes. I cook them slowly. Then I add garlic and oil. I roast the garlic with some oil and I add it to the sauce. And you cook it for a couple hours, let it simmer.
Right.
And then you spice it when it's ready, when you're ready to use it. You spice it up.
Yeah.
And I make my own clam sauce. I make my own Alfredo sauce.
Wow.
Vodka sauce. I make any sauce you want.
Yeah, that's good to know.
Vegetables are big here too. I got broccoli rabe, I got escargot, I got broccoli. People love the broccoli. They don't love with the broccoli.
Your broccoli is very good.
Everybody says nobody makes a broccoli like you.
Well, when you order it as an appetizer, what you usually do? What, garlic and oil with it?
Yeah, I saute. Boil them first for a few minutes, and then I put them in the hot oil with the garlic and spice it up. You put oregano, salt, and pepper. Let it cook for a few minutes and send them out nice and crispy. People love them.
No, they're the best. I love when we get that as an appetizer.
For many years, I did a free appetizer here on a Tuesday night. We used to call it Tuesday night special, Tuesday night free appetizer. And most of the people always order broccoli.
In all your years of, having the restaurant, has there anyone famous come in besides me?
Famous? Well, I had a couple of Giants players come here.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I had Navarro was here, Phil Sims. I had a guy from Channel 4 News. They used to come here. I forget his name. This is way back, I don't know, mid-'80s.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when there was a line outside, everybody wanted to come here.
Right.
Even though the place was small, but it was the talk of the town. People, they come from all over.
That's
Lakes, they come from Wyckoff, Ridgewood, Glen Rock, Paramus, everywhere. Because it's well known.
No, it's definitely a spot to hit up if you haven't already.
I appreciate this opportunity talking to you today.
No, thanks so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's been nice doing this because you're one of my favorite.
Thank you. Thank you. You're one of my favorites. I tell you all the time.
I have other nephews and nieces, but I see you the most. I also love Joseph and Jerry.
That's nice of you.
They're my favorite too because I used to take them to school every morning with my kids. And your sister is my favorite too because I watch her grow up too.
Yeah.
She grew up in my household in the morning, babysitting for her. My mother-in-law used to babysit for everybody. She was such a wonderful lady, which I never forget her.
Yeah.
I never forget asking her permission to take my wife out, which she gave me permission. And she says to me, be careful what you're doing because I know where you are.
That's true.
They used to live next door to the restaurant.
Wow.
So, I knew what I was getting into. So,
did she start before my dad did?
Oh, she was here.
But you said you opened in what, 78? And
she was here already.
Oh, this was already a restaurant?
Yes. This was, years ago was Viola's Pizza.
Oh, so this already was an Italian restaurant?
Yes.
That was for sale and you purchased it?
When I bought it, was Mama Teresa. That a friend of mine's brother owned it. His brother had a restaurant in Ridgewood. It was called Spalino. That's the guy that called me. And my wife was a waitress here.
Oh, okay. So she had already worked here.
She was already, I don't know for how many years, but she did work here before me or your dad.
Okay, got it. So she already knew the lay of the land here.
She was already established here.
Got it.
She used to live next door. She was only 16 years old when she was working here, making money, I guess, to buy her books, because her mother was raising a family with 4 kids, It's not easy.
No.
So as time went on, we became friends. But she was here before me.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. So
that I didn't know.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, she was here before me. When she turned 18, I asked her, would you like to go out with me? She said, you got to talk to my mom.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah. You know how Italian moms are. They're very protective of their kids.
Know. Yes, I do very much know how they are.
So this Sambuca's going good with this conversation.
I know. Yeah.
I don't touch my coffee yet.
Yeah, have a sip.
This is a good start for you.
I agree.
I mean, you're a very good interviewer.
Thanks. You think so?
I think you are.
Wow. Thanks so much.
I think you belong on TV. doing news or doing something.
Oh my gosh,
Even
thanks.
special reports,
Oh my God, thanks.
you know.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got the face, the smile, the conversation is very. You're very intelligent.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Well, good thing I studied communications in school, right?
Yes, everybody's good for something.
Everybody is good for something. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe one day it'll take
You never
off.
know. You never know. All you need is somebody to open the door for you.
100%. Yeah.
You know, that's why it's always good to hang around with people better than you.
I agree. You learn from them.
Because you learn a lot. You know, you hang around with people that want to take you down, they will never get anywhere.
I completely agree.
And that was my fortune. I always surrounded myself with good people. Because that's what makes you better.
Yeah, 100%. I totally agree with you on that.
It's the story of the restaurant.
No, this is an awesome story. I feel like I definitely learned a lot from a place I've been coming to for like 25 years of my life.
This is like your second home here.
Pretty much, yeah.
So by me and my wife becoming a citizen is going to add something extra to our lives.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm going to feel, I guess, inside an American, official American.
Officially, yeah.
Right now, I'm officially Italian, living in America.
Yeah.
But becoming an American citizen is going to change my life a little bit.
Yeah, no, I think...
I would still love Italy.
Right. You haven't been back, right?
I haven't been back since 1995.
Wow.
Yeah, a long time.
Wow.
But there was a period where I used to go almost every year. And then, I don't know, things change. You just, you just don't go back for whatever reason.
You still have family there?
I still have family there. I'm in contact with friends still. They call me once in a while. I still have friends from when I was a kid.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, everybody loves me.
No, I know. Hey, I completely agree.
When I came here, I cried like a baby when I left my friends.
That must have been really hard.
Oh, it was so hard. Even though I wanted to come here, but everybody came to our house to say goodbye the night before. And I didn't cry for my family as much, but for my friends, I cried. I cried on the ship. I cried when we came here because it was a big step for me.
Yeah, it's definitely hard. It's an adjustment, especially at the age of 14.
Is. But I adjust quick. I went to school and made friends.
You did what you had to do.
I did what I had to do.
And look, it worked out for you. Then you ended up opening up a restaurant. You always said you liked food, so...
I was always surrounded with food. And this is my hobby. My hobby and my living.
Yeah, no, it's great. Well, I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, you got any other stories you want to share?
The story that I have now is looking forward to retirement. Maybe possibly go to Italy again.
Yeah, I think you should.
When I retire. And I'm going to be proud to travel with an American passport this time.
Yeah, definitely.
So that would be different for me.
That will be different for you.
If it's not Italy, it's someplace else. But I do want to go someplace where I could show off my passport, my American passport.
Everyone. You should go back to Italy, show all your friends.
I should. I should. Plus, I want to, show my wife where I live.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
I grew up.
Franca never went?
No, she's been to Sicily, but not in my hometown. We went to Taormina for a week.
Right.
We stayed at a nice hotel on the beach. I've been to Naples. I've been all over. So now it's about time I show my wife where I come from.
And what town is that?
That's Castelbuono, Sicily.
Oh, that photo
That photo right there, that's my hometown.
Oh, no way.
Yes.
What's this one?
This is Venice.
Actually, I should have known that.
Yeah.
What's this car over here?
That's the car I used to own.
Oh.
That's a 55 Thunderbird.
Wow.
Yeah. I used to park in front of the restaurant to show it off.
Of course, yeah.
That's the way the restaurant looked before. I had it for about 10 years. I got it out of my system. Yeah.
Oh.
And then I sold it. I put it in the paper.
To who, my dad?
I put it in the paper one day and they picked it up.
Wow, that quick, huh?
That quick.
Wow.
Yes.
Very nice. I never knew you had that car.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you a funny story. When my wife, they gave her a bridal shower at Michelle's restaurant, the place I used to work. We had a little time to kill, me and my wife, because I was bringing her there. And I says, you know what? Let's go visit my mother's grave because the cemetery was down the street in Lodi.
Mm-hmm.
So we went there. We took the Thunderbird there. So we shut off the car, went to my mother's grave to say hello and everything. So when I got back, I didn't realize that you had to put the car in neutral to start it.
No.
So I couldn't start the car. The car wouldn't start.
Oh my God, no. So she was late?
Yeah, so I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to be late. So there was a guy digging a grave. I said, sir, I said, can you help me here? Do you know anything about these cars? The guy goes, what's wrong? I said, the car won't start. He said, you try put it in neutral? I says, oh my God. I said,
you just saved me. Yeah.
you just saved me. So I put it in neutral. The car started right up.
And you were able to get her there.
I was able to get it there right on time. It was a day I won't forget.
No, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, at least now you know. Yeah. How long did you own the car?
Yeah, I owned the car.
No, like to that point where that happened. Did you like just get it?
I just got it.
Oh, okay.
Because when I bought it, I wasn't married.
Oh, got it.
I bought it. I says, you know what? I want to buy it before I get married because I know what my wife is going to say if I want to buy it. Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be a no.
Right. Yeah.
You know? So I bought it, I think maybe a year before. Year before I bought it. And I used to keep it in the heated garage in Passaic.
Wow.
The guy let me keep it.
Yeah.
And once in a while, I would go there and pick it up.
Nice.
And show it off, drive around. Mm-hmm. My son, Joey, was like 2-3 years old. And he used to love it. He used to love the car. And when I sold it, he was so upset. And the people that bought it, they bought him a Thunderbird model. This big was.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, because I told him my son is heartbroken, so they bought him a model.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
Does Joey still have it?
I don't know. Oh. Yeah, I think he does.
I would hope so.
Yeah, but that was his favorite car because he was the only boy then until my daughter came along. But I think I sold her before my daughter was born.
Yeah.
Like I said, when I sold her, Joey was like 3 years old.
Yeah.
And he was always asking me, Dad, when is the car? Because I told him I was getting it fixed. I didn't want to tell him that I sold it.
Yeah.
So he kept asking me, when are you getting the car back? So that's the story with the Thunderbird.
No, that's a good one. Never knew that. You have a lot of other photos here. Is that you and your father?
That's me and my dad. That's a photo that we took together in the 90s. Then I have a photo of my wife there by the register. That's you. That's me showing off my dishes. And then that's me with a whole bunch of ladies. I did a party for them. We did a rehearsal dinner. Oh, I've done many parties here. I've done weddings too. Oh. My niece got married here, Vincenza.
Here?
Yeah. Oh. My sister Benny's daughter, she got married here.
Oh.
I do anniversary, birthdays.
You want to host mine?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What kind of party are you having?
I don't know. That's a good question. I got to think about that one. Turn 26 this year.
I'm here.
I know.
Whenever. I do all kinds of parties.
Perfect.
Most likely, they're in the afternoon. So after I do that, I'm able to open up for a couple hours a night.
Yeah.
I shut down the dining room. I do 30, 35 people comfortable. I do repasts, everything.
Yeah, good to know.
Yeah.
Everyone could come here for a simple meal or book you for a party.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. And you cater?
I cater too. That's important too, because if you want to have a party at home, I supply the food. I did a takeout party once in Lebanon, New Jersey, and I took my whole family there to help me. I took my wife, my daughter, my son, a couple of my kids' friends. I brought everything from here to the location. It was a home in Lebanon, New Jersey. The guy gave his wife a party, and he turned his whole house into Yankee Stadium.
Oh, that's cool. That's very cool.
That's cool. So I was able to cook outside in the yard, and they had waiter. They everything was dressed in with Panther outfit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I did that whole day. It was on a Saturday. I closed the restaurant, and I just transferred all the food to there in this guy's yard.
Very nice.
That was wonderful. That was an experience.
Yeah, that sounds like it. That's pretty cool.
Yes. So that's something I won't forget either.
Awesome.
I've done a lot of crazy things here throughout the life.
I bet. I really bet.
Yeah.
That's good though. Keeps you young.
Keeps me young, keeps the mind sharp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Well, Uncle Santo, I think that's our episode.
Oh, well, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to tell my story.
No, thanks so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Like I said, when I see you, I see a smile.
Thanks.
I never seen you once pissed. Never seen you mad.
Well, I try not to be, but if you spend some time in my house, maybe you'll see it.
Wow. Well, every time I see you, you always got that beautiful smile that
Thank you.
People love.
Than's, boss. I appreciate that.
You're such a nice guy to get along with.
Thanks. Thank you.
And I wish you lots of luck and all the best. And you got everything you deserve coming.
Thank you. I know. I really appreciate that. All right, rock stars. So we are going to be moving into the kitchen and cooking some fettuccine carbonara for our Scrump or Dump menu as well today, and I will be trying it and letting you guys know whether I think it's a Scrump or Dump. Might be a little biased, but I promise you all, if you try it yourself, you'll also think the same, that it's a Scrump. Anyway, rock stars, that's our episode. So tune in for part 2 where we get into the kitchen and start cooking. With that, always shout outs to my family, to my sisters, to my brothers, to my poos. My creative directors, love you guys, and shout out to all the rock stars. Always be your best self. Do not forget to smile. Life's what you make it, so let's make it rock. I'll see you all next week. Bye.
Well, that's a nice closing statement.
Thanks. I worked really hard on it, right?
That is great.